What is good? This is Archangel Raphael, aka Jesus, Krishna, Muhammad, Buddha, Shiva, as well as other known deities such as Abraham's bosom and etc. In and out the body as well as usual. This is the Astro Man. I never had no one to land unless it's with you. This is the Family Man, stretching out my right hand. Go ahead and grab on and let's take off together. Got this beautiful, reflective lake today. You know, sky is just like full of rain or something like that. It rained a little bit, I guess. Feeling droplets of rain touching me. I just got out the shower, so. Yeah, it's being the only universal constant being changed. Dr. Change. I never had no one to blame. Always took a stand for what I aim. And as God married to the universe, as life married to karma, you are God, I am God. Together, we individually and collectively make up what God is. We are not separate from God. We are God. Now, let's get into the nature of this video, shall we? On this walk of ours. Angelic principles. What is prayer? A lot of you have it confused. You're seeking spirituality. You're trying to get it right. But the way in which humanity on Earth has been taught prayer has been a little lost. Now it is raining as soon as I start getting into it. So before I continue, to state a point blank period, prayer is energy work. Anytime you put your hands together or do any body movement or gesture, it is prayer. You know, you look into the sky, you're going up. You're looking down, you're coming down. It's all one big movement of your flow of energy. Now, this is what you know. The thing about it is, when you start to practice, a lot of reasons why you can't seem to get some in alignment. It may be like some sort of relationship or sexual encounter situation in which it seems you're fighting and everything in your power to get your life together, but one thing is certain is none's gonna get together until you do. So it is a rather inside out thing, as I've stated in yesterday's and previous videos, of course. And when it's time to tie your shoelaces and they get untied, that's a form of putting your intention into an activity that you're doing. Now, if you're just sitting there meditating and acting on things as if you're always in this constant state of prayer, you're not really in fruition, you're not really in movement. So what tends to happen is nothing really goes anywhere. People end up in poverty in situations where they don't want to be because they're not creating anything. And it's justified because they are the standpoint in their lives for exactly why things go the way they're supposed to anyways. Look at this pool of water in the grass. I'm gonna flick my hair real quick. Get all the water out. And when the air goes running through your head, that's a sign of receiving information that you normally probably wouldn't have. But when you do anything too much, it's bound to kill you. So then we got heavy metalist guitarists and shit like that doing music, you know, back and forth, just dead skulls, like. So it's like, you know, airhead type shit, but you got to do everything appropriately. So this is what it means to have Archangel principality. The Archangel's principle is of a man's essence, or rather presence, and you could say a lesser form of creation is the angels, but everyone's on the same scale, as no one's above anyone. What I'm trying to say is it's to be angelic is of the female essence, is of the woman's essence, and the male, you know, whatever. So just utilizing language to describe what the thing is, but ultimately it's really just it's just one big grounding effect, you know? You put yourself through all of these travels and prayers and meditations, at the end of the day, you got to come back to the ground. So you got to come back down to earth so you can relate and you can establish a covenant. You can move things forward in the positive direction. This is the right boss. You're on the right flight. Go ahead, catch it with me. At least it ain't raining too hard. I probably had to get shelter somewhere just to continue the video. But yeah, just little droplets. Little droplets is all it is. Good enough to keep going. So it's like expressing yourself without expressing yourself. It's like dancing without doing too much, you know, if you'd say that. It's like focusing on yourself and meditating on that, and then putting that into action, into movement, into fruition, and then grounding with that into something that can be tangibly created and attained by real world results. Hence why I'm doing these videos. Wow, these people planted some beautiful roses. Shout out to whoever that is. Got a beautiful patio and everything. I'm probably gonna try to it's just so pretty today. Everything is just like, look at that bird just flew right over my head, swooped down like nothing happened. Look at these tweeties. Yep, what's goody? I'm taking off. That's my sign. Ready to start up my second cigarette. Don't get railed unless you're okay. I'm not gonna eat too. No, it's too much wind. I gotta get. I'll be on the ground. A few people looking at me, so it's going out. I'm gonna keep going. Going around this corner. So listening to everything you receive and everything isn't right as it were supposed to be, and it should be. So it's raining a little harder. So either this tree is gonna give me what I need, or I'm gonna have to get in that shelter. Shelter it is. Can't be too Virgo'd out. Get on the concrete. Yeah. Here we go. So if someone tells you not to flow, that's usually because they're drowning and they don't want you to flow. But flow is like receiving everything in harmony. Flow is like the elemental accordance of all you're gonna receive and be. Did the water drop really just land on the camera? It got blinded. It got blindsided. Yeah, so it could be like perfect signs and synchronicity and alignments that'll tell you energy work at play around you, whether it's through certain vessels of people or intentions. So ultimately the evil eye can be repelled by your assertion of intention. So if yours is pure, you're really with angelic force, you ain't got nothing to worry about. You're utilizing this prayer so I can't just talk to you about things. I have to do things. I have to be that. I have to walk through it. I have to fly through it. I have to swim through it. I have to, no. I have to be in total accordance with all I am, or else I'm just some hypocrite. So, and I'm not spiritual. That's not what it means to be spiritual, is to not do any of those things. When you're actually spiritual, you're going to be doing those things. So, it's not just a show and tell either. It's like a always growing, eventual graduation of your own infinite party type thing. So, when things don't exactly come into play of how they're supposed to, it's because things are aligning you to be in your own flow state, in your own zone, and to go in that so deeply to the point where you don't even look back or worry about those things anymore. You just assert, you probably just fly over those things and assert yourself in the way that you can and you usually are. And to still get your needs met and your wants across and all that. But at the end of the day, if you're not doing your own life, no one's going to do it for you, right? So that's what it means to be in prayer, is to answer your own prayers. That's what it means to put in spiritual work, is to be the spiritual work in fruition, in movement, in happening, in, you know. So, and certain, you could align everything to you, create the right YouTube channel, subscribe to certain people, you know, just like you start receiving all the right messages the right appropriate way, in every way, shape, and form, and it's just amazing because now you got all of your creations working for you that are of their own. So this puddle of droplets is contained in the puddle, you know. That's like saying there's one way to accumulate a poured level of results, but when you accumulate it over a span, you allow it to collect, that's where it happens. You bring it into a little bit of existence and density. So when people talk about, oh, God doesn't exist and all this shit, yes, God does exist. You just have to be that. God can't exist if you can't be that, right? You have to make God exist for God to exist. God can't just exist, because God, what is God but within you? So if we're gonna, for the newcomers, if I gotta repeat myself like that, you know, that's what it is. So the water's getting in my phone, it's getting wet and shit. I don't even know if this thing is waterproof. I really like this phone, so I don't want to get too fucked up. I'm probably gonna go back inside, but wrap this video. But yeah, angelic principles, a prayer. Don't get it fucked up. Don't be thinking you're on the right track of shit when it's not on the right track of shit. That's where you gotta start making shit happen. So even if I gotta say the same thing in an entirely different way, you're gonna receive it in an entirely different way, because it's the energy that's coming through, that's working through, and really putting you into that new space. So you can never really say the same thing too many times, you see, because it's different each time. That's the thing about it. And when you align the right time and right spaces for everything, that's where the universe starts to accumulate everything you need and want for you. You have things working for you, not against you. Home tree. Shout out to Home Tree. I watered it the other day. Okay. Here's a little bit of shelter. But peace, love, and enlightenment, health, wealth, and abundance. If you're a man watching this video, I'm here to lead you the right way and not the wrong way. If you're a woman watching this video, I'm here to teach you how to take the throne of God, aka my motherfucking dick. So, yeah, just make sure you love yourself. I love you. And when it feels like you don't know what to do, just keep working on you. Sooner or later, things are gonna start just within your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your body, your temple. Shout out to all the Hindus and nakshatris and shit. Yeah, more videos to come soon. I had some shit I wanted to let out yesterday, for a specific video, so that will be coming. I'm gonna start like monetizing my own self, some way. I don't know if I should utilize my Facebook page with all, probably am. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, all right, see ya.